where are you? I missed you last week.
What are you? I can't hear you, dude.
Alright, wait, hey, we're losing signal. I'll get a hold of you, Tim. Just search up for the ring package.
Hey, dude, I think that phone
No,
call's for
hey,
me.
easy, I got it. Yeah. What's up, dude? Nah, man, I'm just up here camping. What? Hey, hold on a second, hold on.
What the?
Hello? Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Hello?
Hey, man, where are you at?
I was just. Man, what are you doing?
You're supposed to be at the show. You already missed last week. Hey, get down to the studio as fast as you can.
In a second. How you doing, Grant?
Nice to have you back, Mr. Timbo.
Oh, it's good to be back, man.
So where were you last week?
Dude, I don't know. I must have like fell asleep or something.
That's weird. you must have been a pretty long run to get to the studio.
Oh, Jesus.
Because in the video, it looks like it's daytime.
Yeah,
and
it
now
just.
it's like 7:40.
You think we did that one take?
Yeah, it was good.
Got my cardio up.
I hate to break the magic of television, but he didn't really just bust in.
Oh, God. You had to lay it down for him.
There's people in the dorms.
People are like.
But anyways, well, let's go ahead and get started on the show. It's good to have you back, and I'll be honest. There are a lot of people that thought you were easily replaced. Last week's show was pretty good. Some of these people were here for it. Jason Pawn, the cartoonist, was here. Did a good job.
Yeah, I saw the show. It was pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's good.
Good job.
But you're here now, so what are we going to talk about? What's in the news today?
Calvin Murphy. What the hell, dude?
I actually haven't heard about this until earlier. What's the deal?
He's been 5 accounts of indecency with a minor and 5 accounts of sexual assault, whatever the technical is, on 5 of his daughters. Like from like the 80s to like the mid 90s.
How many kids did you say?
He's got 14 kids across the nation by 3 or 4 different mothers.
Is he Catholic?
No, he's
I don't even know what that means.
No, it's just I couldn't believe it. And everybody's shocked. Because he does a lot in the community. He does like youth benefits and stuff like that, and people just can't believe it.
I mean, he's always on TV wearing loud ties and
oh God,
conflicting jackets.
We need to talk about his wardrobe, but that's another matter.
Anyways, watch this. I'm gonna segue.
Right.
There's restrooms on campus, Tim, and sometimes you have to use them, and sometimes they're pretty
Some
dirty.
of them are, like in Train Spotting, the worst toilet in Scotland. That some of them are pretty bad. Not that bad, just like errant feces. Strewn.
Whenever I'm on campus and duty calls, there's only certain places you can go, and everyone has their own little hidden spots.
There's actually one in the library, because the library in some places it'll be 5 stories tall,
right.
Like the brown wing and blue wing. You can get kind of lost in there sometimes. And there's one like little bathroom that no one ever uses. I mean, you got to it takes 7.5 minutes to get up there, but
that's why
it's pretty clean.
That's why it's clean.
Exactly.
There's one in Cullen. I always use that one, and it's real nice. There's marble and everything in there, but
Beethoven playing.
There's the maitre d' and there's the guy who squirts soap for you and washes your hands.
A bidet?
No, there's a guy in there. Like in your finer clubs in Clear Lake when you have to avoid them, go, no, I'm good, man, no.
Or just get your dollar ready.
You ever tip those guys?
Once in a while. If they treat me right.
The way I look at it,
I like the water nice and hot.
I don't ask for it, so I'm not going to pay for it,
Right.
right? It's like not like I can't grab my
gratuity.
own towel.
It's gratuity. If you're gracious and you want to show it, you leave money. If not,
what if you're not gracious at all?
I'm not gracious, but I might still leave money. It's just, I don't know. It's this web of social stuff we got going on.
I saw someone, there was a guy on the side of the street begging for change, and this guy pulls up to him and just throws like a handful of change in the middle of traffic. And everyone he was running around trying to get it.
I bet I made him feel real good inside. Big man.
Probably
Big
so.
man.
He had one of those cars that just screamed small penis.
Big truck. Yeah.
Either a big truck or a Honda, either one of them. I drive a Honda, but it has nothing to do with my penis. I got a good deal on it. Anyways.
Oh, man.
So did you have fun doing that opening skit?
Yeah, we had fun. I mean, seriously, it was way too. I mean, we did it on Saturday, so it was kind of desert on campus. But a lot of the shots you have to have a clear background, and it doesn't happen the first shot. And I'm running a lot, and I'm not in too shape these days.
You need the exercise.
Yeah, you're right. I do.
You're probably smoking a cigarette between every take. Probably.
Well, there's actually one take where you see me just like cut, and I exhaling smoke. I already threw the cigarette down, just like smoke spilling out of my mouth. Like I didn't see it with the cigarette. Oh well.
Oh well. So you know what today is?
Today is April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day. And as a special, stage manager's telling me to wrap it up. I'm not sure why, but we're about to bring on another guest. This is my show! I do what I want! Anyways.
Nicole says I can't rap, I want justice!
Anyways, Eric's going to be on the show. It's his birthday, and we're going to have a short little break, and then after that, and also when he's here, there's going to be a surprise guest. So.
Oh, cool.
So stay tuned for Eric's birthday appearance on the Coogie, and we will be right back.
It's the Coogie, Houston's only bi-monthly late-night college variety show, coming to you live to tape from the University of Houston's Communications Building. Tonight's guests are Eric Jaeger, writer and professor Joe Leydon, and musical guest Starlight Mints.
All right, welcome back. Welcome to the show, Eric. This is Eric Jaeger, and today is his birthday.
That's right.
The biggest April Fool that I know.
Yeah, biggest one.
It took about 3 seconds to make that joke.
How many times have you heard that joke in your entire life?
Every year. Yeah, every time I tell somebody.
You mean for his
it's my
week-long birthday celebration?
Yeah, it's usually a week long. We try and keep it at a week.
What are we doing?
Any more than that?
What are we doing this week?
This week,
Let's start it off.
what did we do? Start it off?
Yeah, what are we starting it off with?
I think tonight we're gonna.
Who's at the club? Who's at the club
tonight?
I mean, who's on the guest list? Like P. Diddy and
oh yeah,
Ashton Kutcher's gonna be there.
You got punked.
I asked the Olsen twins, but they were busy.
Are they legal yet?
Yeah, actually they are.
No,
What's-
quick, soon they will be. I think they're like 17.
What's the fascination now? Is it like acceptable to be a pedophile now? Because everyone's like, Hillary Duff and Lindsay Lohan, the Olsen twins, and there's like websites counting down when they turn 18, which basically means you're lusting after them when they're not legal. So isn't that? I don't know if
Hey
that's
man,
illegal.
I'm already a dirty old man. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna want 17, 18-year-olds for the rest of my life.
Not gonna happen.
Are you with a 17 or 18-year-old right now?
No, I'm not.
You have to start somewhere, I guess.
Yeah.
But so, getting drunk tonight, or how old
probably,
are you, by the way?
24 today. Yeah.
So what do old people do for their birthday?
Same thing they do every other day, I guess. It's been a long day though.
Yeah. Well, I know you've been having some trouble with the ladies, so we got a girlfriend for you. Here she is.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a name yet, but
Awesome. Yeah.
sit her on the lap.
Yes. I think we need the audience to help us with the name though.
Yeah.
Jesus.
She's a natural blonde.
Are you sure? Have you checked?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But she did come with a puncture. I guess if it was she
like
did
a,
bust a
a
hole. You know, I
patch?
can always a patch. I can patch her up.
I was looking out earlier just as research. this is not like a normal blow-up doll. There's no holes in
I
it.
know. That's what I
not even
noticed. The
functional.
first thing I noticed. You know.
I guess it's like the blow-up doll that doesn't put out. They're more realistic that way.
Yeah.
That's the worst type of blow-up doll.
It always has a headache.
But I've never seen.
The doll came with a bottle of aspirin.
Yeah. I've never seen nipples that pink though.
Whoa!
It's just ridiculous.
Oh, it does have like little. That's hilarious.
I
Yeah.
don't know if we can show that.
I'm sorry.
We'll blur it out. We'll blur it
Yeah.
out.
I don't know. Maybe we could use the publicity. Maybe we'll have a big media campaign about it. So,
I'm probably gonna
So
hate
we-
seeing this later.
yeah. So what do you think? What's the name?
I don't know. I'm trying to get some ideas. You know, I was riding around in the car with her today, and I got some weird looks.
Did you do the HOV with her?
I thought about it, but I'm gonna wait. You know, because I was going inbound to the show, and it was already 5 o'clock, so I could.
Dude, booking it 80 down the HOV, man. Seeing all those suckers stuck in the regular lanes.
But she's about the height that I want. You know,
What, like
about
4'3"?
5'4".
That's nice. That's real nice.
5'5". Yeah.
She looks sexy.
No, I left her in the car when I went to Starbucks earlier, and I went out to my car to get something. I opened up my car, and she scared me because I forgot that it was in there. It just freaked me out. You know, so.
Nice. Well, let's see what else. Actually, you're gonna be on a dating show coming up. Last week's show we had Mystic, who's one of the producers for this dating show, and you met with her today. and-
Yeah, we talked about it, and it's probably going to be going on next month. It's called The Third Degree.
So you're excited? I know you've
Yeah.
always been talking about going on a dating show. and-
Yeah, I'd love to go on like Blind
Making a
Date
fool of
or
yourself.
Fifth Wheel or something.
Are you
Pretty
gonna be
fun.
like the guy that has the 3 choices of chicks, or are you gonna be the one guy with
Well,
one of 3 guys?
How does it work,
let me
Grant?
explain. I'm also a co-producer on this show too.
Uh-oh.
I'm a media mogul in the U of H environment. But the show's called Third Degree.
David Owens with Selznick over here.
There's five people to choose from, and Eric's best friend chooses one of the 5 people.
So
Eric doesn't have any friends.
So Eric, I know. I don't even know who this
sad.
guy
Who are
is.
you?
Sad.
Someone told me it was his birthday, and I felt bad. I needed space to fill in the show. I'm just kidding.
So he's gonna be one of the 3 dudes, or he's
Uh,
gonna be the main dude.
He may be the main dude. He may be one of the ones that gets chosen from.
Dude, get Crack Barbie as one of the.
Oh man.
That would be the best
And then
date
give her
ever.
to him, dude. That'd be so great.
Anyways, his friend, whoever it is, gets to pick the lucky lady that gets to go out on a date with this fine gentleman. So, if you want to be on this dating show and go out on a date with Mr. Eric Jaeger, who's 24.
That's right.
So, if you're 17 or 18, he can buy cigarettes and beer for you. That's always a plus. And if you have a fake ID, maybe you can get into
And
nightclub,
pornography.
Yeah,
Queen's
I might
Club
be
or
able to get
something.
you in.
Got connections at some clubs or
Yeah, few.
nice.
There's no sex in the champagne room.
I don't know where you go. I don't know. Anyways, all right. Well, thanks for being on the show.
Oh man. that's
And
fun.
if you want to be on the show, on Monday at the Satellite, there will be a nice-looking girl passing out flyers and
Auditions
interviewing
have already
people.
gone on, or I can.
There were auditions today, and also on on Monday at 12 o'clock around the Satellite.
Okay.
So there you go.
Cool.
And we're gonna go to a little break, and Joe Leydon will be back, and also, actually, we're gonna play a clip from the Starlight Mints, one of our favorite bands. We actually got to interview them. We'll
badass.
have that on later. So here's the Starlight Mints with a song called Popsickle, and after that, Professor Joe Leydon.
Oh, mouth to mouth, we chop down the pop and draw the drop, count down the hop. You see, we see, you must have the key, so eat your popsicle. Beep, beep, pow the wow and take half the cow, you-hoo. Yeah, hey, play the game, May, and talk to me, Dutch of the county. I see your magical. Take 1 for the money and 2 for the blow, and 3 all together, now here we go. Get physical, it's typical. Take a sidewalk treat from the double Dutchman.
Wake up with the rain. You got what you want now.
Come on and eat your popsicle. so edible. Come on, kids, we're having a ball, just licking on popsicle. Beep, beep, pound the round, jam up the countdown, and melt the town with the sound. You see, we see, you must have the key, 'cause we are magical. Take one for the money and two for the blow, and three all together, now here we go. It's wonderful, it's original, it's the double Dutch, thank you oh so. Take one for the money and two for the blow, and three all together, now here we go. Wake up, wake up.
Wake up with the sunshine, wake up with the rain. You got what you want now.
Come on and eat your popsicle, 'cause it's so magical. Come on and eat your popsicle, 'cause it's so edible. Come on, kids, we're having a ball, just licking on popsicle. Come on and eat your popsicle, 'cause it's so edible. Come on, kids, we're having a ball, just licking on our pop.
And we're back with Joe Leydon, and we just enjoyed Popsicle, which we didn't see it, but we'll see it
I've
later.
heard they're wonderful.
Oh, they're excellent.
badass.
They're from Oklahoma. They're pretty good.
Bigger than life. They're
Yeah, they're
fresher
gonna-
than tomorrow.
They're going to be on in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So sorry, they're a little late, so they'll be
They're
here
in the
later.
green room. Are they
They're in the
getting
green
some
room. They're a big.
coffee and cookies. Okay.
Anyways, but actually, you're a big guest today. So,
Oh, you must be in trouble.
Yeah. Well, you can tell by our giant budget and Denny's cups and things like that. We don't actually have a budget, but we try and help out the university.
I mean, I was running low little cash today, and some guy drove by and just threw all this change on the ground outside of his car. I mean, I nearly got hit by a
Nearly a
Volvo.
buck.
Well,
You got to pick it up. It's silver.
I mean,
I don't bend over
Yeah.
for anything
Hey,
less than
jingling
silver.
spins.
That's it.
Take that any way you want.
Oh,
But
man.
so
I'm here, shamelessly flogging my book, even though it doesn't come out until July, because I figure I'm trying to build this groundswell of want to buy enthusiasm.
you couldn't even wait for me to tell what you do. You have to throw
No,
that
no,
book
I
out
know.
there.
'Cause you'll want to start talking about drugs like last time I was on.
You brought that up.
Well, the 60s were not a bad time for me, I got to admit. But as some of my students are likely to tell you. But
But after you cleaned up
I
and
did.
became
I found God. He was hiding in my closet. It was amazing. But no, I've written this book, and it's. I wanted to call it "Movies You Ought to See," and my publisher decided, no, we need to call it Joe Leydon's Guide to Essential Movies You Must See. And it's like, why do you want to put my name in the title? I mean, people barely know me in Houston. I mean, like, this isn't going to sell a lot of titles in, like, Butte, Montana, or anything like that. So, oh, no, you write for Variety. People know your name.
maybe there's some
have
fans from
stalkers or
the
something? I
post days.
No, I
that might
mean,
just,
only time I ever get a lot of attention is if I give a pan in Variety, a pan review to like something like Donnie Darko or something that becomes a cult film. Then you get emails years later, and you get angry phone calls, heavy breathers in the middle of the night, and that's worse than bill collectors actually. But,
What's your opinion on these amateur film critics on these message boards on the internet?
Oh
That-
God.
well, I wish some of them would embrace
Intelligence.
spell check. Seriously, I mean,
There's no regulation, man.
No,
It's
no,
just-
but
everything goes. It's
look, it's not just film reviews. I mean, do you ever read the readers' comments on Amazon.com? Now, you'd think, okay, it's Amazon. It's a place where you get books.
Right.
So presumably these are people who can, like, read. Well, that's really a rash assumption because, this was a good book, G-U-D. Okay, yeah, well, and I bet it's not a book about astrophysics, is it? You know, but I have found, even with something like pop culture, even with movies, there are movies that we all think we've seen simply because we've seen them referenced. People have ripped them off so much over the years. We've seen clips from them on TV. And then you ask somebody, now, have you ever really seen the first Boris Karloff Frankenstein? And you'd be surprised how many people say, well...
With Bela Lugosi? Is that who played him?
No.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tim's never
See,
seen
this
it.
is living proof that, you know... and I've had students here, and I tend to think of the people here on campus as reasonably intelligent folks, particularly compared to the people I went to college with, at a time where drug use was really a lot more prevalent than it is now.
I rarely see it on campus. There are people that do drugs. I never even hear about it.
And that's kind of sad when you think about it. It's like a little bit of campus life has been, well, anyway. And I've had students tell me, in all sincerity, you know, Mr. Leydon, I've never seen a Western before I took your class. I thought, oh, Lord. So this is a book that's basically about 65, 66 titles. These are movies you should see if you want to be film literate. And these are not necessarily like the greatest movies ever made, but these are the movies...
Are there any bad movies?
Yes, yes.
what?
Yeah, Plan 9 from Outer Space.
That sounds bad.
You know,
Sounds real bad.
I figured this is the bad movie that everybody's always comparing bad movies to.
Geely?
You know, well, see, now that came out after the first draft was in. So, but and also movies that, you know, people always refer to as, oh, it's like a 48 Hours type of movie, or oh, it's like Nosferatu, or it's like, you know, and fill in the blank. These are about 65 titles. Not the only 65 you should see, but these are like, this will get you started. You could drop titles at a party.
So after reading this book, you can feel comfortable going in and being a movie snob
Yes,
to other
yes.
people, and
Basically-
feeling better about yourself. Going,
basically, it's-
oh, that movie's so cliche. They just ripped off.
Yes,
Just
yeah.
say it's
movie I
cliche
didn't-
and usually
you know,
in the
you
clear.
know, you know, and it's a self-improvement. Now, you don't need this sort of thing, I know, but, you know, there are dweebs out there who, you know, have never actually seen, you know, Rio Bravo, or have never seen Frankenstein.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that either.
Oh.
I like the Cowboys. With
I've seen a Western, though.
The Cowboys
Oh,
is a good Western.
Okay. Was it the one I showed in my class, or?
No, actually,
okay,
I like
good.
Westerns.
Good,
but,
good.
All right, we have a little game here. I know you're a film critic, you're up for Variety, and sometimes they don't want you just giving out free movie opinions.
No. None but a blockhead writes but for money.
All right, so
No.
so we found a loophole, though.
Okay.
We're going to give you a name of a movie, and through pantomime alone, you're going to portray whether we should see this movie or not.
Don't do thumbs up or thumbs down.
No. Rogers told
Yeah.
me if I ever do that, he's going to
Copyrighted.
break my thumb. So, you know.
He means it too, man.
All right, here we go. Some of these are new, and some of these are old. So,
Are there any Lindsay Lohan films on it?
Lindsay Lohan, do you want me to Freaky Friday? I'll add that in there.
Oh, but that had Jamie Lee Curtis.
You know what? Actually, I watched it with my sister. It's not that bad of a movie.
It's actually quite good. It's you know, now Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
You're giving away free advice. Hold on. All right, here we go. Starting off, first movie, Hellboy.
Really?
Yes.
3 pumps. That's 3 pumps. That's patent pending. No one else do that. All right. Scooby-Doo.
Quick, get my lawyer on the phone.
Scooby-Doo 2. All right. And here's one. Kevin Smith, his new movie. I'm a big fan. You're a big fan. Jersey Girl. What's your opinion?
Okay, let me say this. You remember that episode of Star Trek
Trouble
where
with
the
Tribbles?
guy crashed on the planet and the aliens that, well, actually they weren't aliens. The guy who crashed with the locals.
Okay.
They put the guy back together, only they'd never seen a human before, so they didn't get all the pieces in the right place.
For those of you taping, you might want to rewind that, watch it again. Maybe you'll understand the time. And Disney's next movie, Home on the Range.
If it's a hot night and the theater's not, if it's a hot night and the theater's air conditioned, What the hell?
All right, let's see. The same movie, taking a younger sibling.
It won't suck.
All right.
There's some movies you bring a younger sibling to, it's like you're earning your days out of purgatory.
Yeah.
And here's a classic to test our film nerds: Birth of a Nation.
Okay.
All right. And the new Punisher movie. And the old Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren. Which one fills up the bucket more?
Well, you notice I did it twice
Yeah.
for the new one.
The old one was a short gag.
So rent the old one because it's funnier, because it's old and it's allowed to be crappy.
And you know, it will remind you that, you know, Louis Gossett Jr. playing the cop was, you know, an Oscar-winning actor, and look what winning an Oscar did for his career.
Yeah, there you go. And let's see. Here's one made a lot of headlines. The Passion of the Christ.
Ouch!
You know, talking about that movie,
Okay.
just for a second, I think who really got the bad rap in that was the Romans. How come they're not protesting this movie?
I don't know. I mean,
They
'cause they
look
were
like-
sticking spears into the guy and whipping him.
They
you know.
really come off as assholes in this movie.
Can they blip that? Well, another thing. Now, this is, look, obviously, I'm not a deeply religious person. You know, in fact, at this point in my life, I think the best I can hope for is maybe getting an air-conditioned room in hell. But the thing that gets me about movies about Jesus is, you know, even if you don't believe he was the Son of God, even if you just believe
Guess
he
that's a
was
big
like,
question.
you know, an influential guy.
He's a nice guy,
You know,
regardless.
well, look, he turned water into wine. He hung out with hookers.
Picked
you know,
up the tab every now
Did
and
work
then.
on the Sabbath, though.
Well,
Return phone
One of
calls.
those loopholes, man.
but this guy had to be, seriously, one of the most charismatic people who ever lived. I mean, he could work a room like nobody's business. Sermon on the Mount, he had all these people hanging on his every word. You go see movies, almost every movie that has Jesus depicted in it. And Jesus is always, well, blessed are the meek. You know, you never see Jesus smiling.
Or getting
You never-
drunk.
You know, or coming home after a hard day, you know, popping some wine and going, oh man, turning those loaves and fishes. Oh, gee, you know.
It never ends.
You know, no.
Come on, Pops.
But I mean, he's just like a wuss. I mean, look, it would be really blasphemous here. You know, there was a lot more Howard Dean than John Kerry to Jesus. I mean, you read the Bible. He's got to be that way. And in Passion of the Christ, I mean, you know, it's a movie because it focuses on the last 12 hours. It's a movie about a guy who gets beaten, and then he gets beaten some more, and then as a radical change of pace, he gets beaten some more, and then he gets nailed to a cross and dies. And then the last 30 seconds, he gets up and walks off. You know,
Real predictable
Yeah,
ending.
you know.
Real
well,
predictable.
particularly if
Saw
you've
it
read the
coming.
book.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what? The movie's all right, but I think the book's better. But, that's like most anything.
Now, have you seen the
Speaking of-
commercial tie-ins? I mean, this sounds like something
For
from my
like,
perverted
churches and
imagination.
stuff.
Oh, worse than that. This sounds like something from my perverted imagination. But nail necklaces.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like, oh yeah, you know,
I want
Jesus-
the WWJD bracelets to come back.
yeah, you know. What
As-
would
as if-
Jesus do? He wouldn't make a movie like Passion of Christ.
Anyways, all right. Well, before we get kicked off the air for SEC violations and rated by the
Hey, you're the one who's used the
Christian-
AH word.
that's not bad. You can say that after 7.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anyways, so to recap, you have a book to sell.
Yes.
You have classes that you teach.
And I'll be selling jams and jellies out in the parking lot tomorrow.
Preserves?
Yes.
Excellent. Homemade.
Yes, definitely.
So check out his homemade jelly sale tomorrow, and
in the parking lot.
and any other shameless way to get money.
You know, well, I was selling these Olsen Twins tapes for a while, but
I already got a copy.
Oh, okay.
I'll let
okay.
you copy
Oh,
it.
okay. All right. All right.
So, anyways, what classes do you teach? Just so people can, people are signing up for classes now. Or?
Well, in the fall, I'm going to be teaching broadcast and film writing.
All right.
And I will be teaching the lab portion of the media writing class. And I'll be waiting to see if I can, bump off any of the other teachers who are teaching the film appreciation courses.
Would you
now.
please
It's gonna-
teach film history, because I really don't want to take it from the current teacher, and I need to take
I
it.
didn't say that, folks. I'm not even nodding my head when I hear this.
Yeah, pretend we're playing the MV game.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do you want to teach film history? Anyways. All right, so once again, whenever his book comes out, go buy his book, go take his class, and if you see him on campus, don't yell at him. He's a nice guy.
And don't throw change at me in the middle of the street. Wait till I
Hand him the
lose-
change.
Yeah, please.
Hand
Bills
him the
only.
change.
That's it. That's it.
So anyways, and right now we're going to an interview with the Starlight Mints at the engine room, so enjoy.
Oh, boy.
All right, well, I'm here with the Starlight Mints backstage at the engine room, and could everyone just go around and introduce themselves?
I'm Barry of New Meadows.
I'm Andy Nance. Javier. I'm Charlie. What's your last name? Come on. Gonzalez. Land. Alan Best.
When did the band get formed, and how did everyone in the band get together? Did everyone know each other when the band first started, or were people pulled in later?
It was just the three of us and 4 other people, actually. We had a band, and we had a string section, violin, cello, and it was like 97 or something. Yeah, probably 96. Yeah, we started a bit around, we've been able to do this for a long time. And we've had a few different, and this crew right here is going to be our first album, so we're kind of officially, sort of started in 2000 as a bunch, but we just kind of like we live in Norman, Oklahoma, and we just kind of started a band. And it's a neighborhood project. So we just basically would just go to practices and go out, have a good time for a while. Then we had to start playing shows, and so we just collectively tried to get organized, and that took about 3 years.
If you were forced to make up a new genre name, what would you call your sound?
God, Gypsy Stew. Yes. I mean,
Gypsy Stew.
we all listened to, I think when we first started, especially when we had a lot more people in the band, I think a lot of people listened to different stuff, and probably, it's kind of about mixing, sound styles and stuff, I guess. But after a while, like once you're a band for a little while, you kind of, every band kind of has a sound, whoever people are involved, and that's kind of the sound. And once we kind of figured out what the sound was, we just kind of was like, well, we'll just keep doing whatever this is. Even if, and not to say that we don't, songs pop up that sometimes don't seem like that, so we just kind of pass them along.
We're trying to like also sort of take control of our destination as a band too. We're not really committed to any labels so much, and we're trying to get better at just kind of relying on ourselves for everything.
Yeah, we've learned that bands, once you get, it's like you need a label to get you going, because it takes like the machine to, have like impress people and people to work the radio and people to kind of help you get the word out and have people, gain awareness of the band and stuff. But then once you get to a certain point, which hopefully we're kind of like teetering on that edge, you kind of feel like, well, hey, we're not really making a lot of money off of our product, so we can probably do it ourselves and make a lot more money.
As far as licensing, I know that I've heard your music on MTV, not through video or through promotion of the band, but through background music. What is it?
Well, it's kind of funny, when we very first signed with C2 Broadcasting, which was basically funded by Pia's, the label that we're on now. No one knew who you were, and so you signed these blanket agreements with networks, and we were dumb enough to sign them with MTV. So, which is good and bad. The good reason is that our songs go into this vault with all these other bands of songs that they can use for royalty free. I mean, we get BMI and ASCAP off of it, but we don't get any particular publishing off of it. So the good news is like, hey, some editor in the room and TV and VH1 likes our band and they use our music a lot for stuff. The bad news is we don't really see any money from it.
There's really no exposure. We see people who know it, catch it.
Yeah.
And then it's always a little blip or something.
Yeah.
When you're forming a song, do you look back on, or do you think of what this, like a visual image of the song while you're writing it, or?
I think the song, music is color, it's a form of color in it, and definitely, I don't think it's conscious that, it's just kind of, just melody comes to you through trial and error, and I think that exploring that is something we do a lot.
In different style, do you have trouble lining up with bands that match your style, or that have?
Yeah, it's really hard. As a matter of fact, when we were trying to find bands to tour with, we were having a hard time. And in a sense, we kind of gave up and said, well, let's just go with some good pop bands, because it's hard to find bands that you think like, wow, that's a really good mix. I mean, we just got off the road with Polyphonic Spree and Granddaddy, and I thought, and those ended up being great bands to tour with, but I really didn't see a whole lot of similarities between us and them.
Well, we're just, we're pop, sort of.
Yeah, underneath all the wacky sounds and string arrangements, there's really some pretty straightforward pop songs going on. So.
What are your opinions on MP3 trading and file sharing?
I have tons of traded MP3s, and when there's one that I really like, I go out and I need the hard copy of that record. But I'm somebody that knows, hey, MP3s, they don't sound that great, and so it's just like
it'll become such a non-issue.
Are you worried that y'all are losing money, or are y'all thinking that maybe
no, because we don't really, I don't really make that much
money.
money selling records anyway, so it's just like.
It definitely, with Napster, it really helped us out when we started.
I think it did.
Yeah.
I think it helped.
So many people were like, I just heard it on Napster, and then decided to come see a play,
Yeah, it's great for small bands.
Yeah, so this is no different than when I was growing up. It's just like I was making mixtapes for people, and people giving me mixtapes.
I have a regional question for you. I know I've heard Oklahoma is recently being the only state to make it illegal to have tattoos and everything else. Being a state that conservative, how does a band with such an interesting sound get around?
Well, just because a state has some backwards conservative laws, like there's a guy doing tattoos that lives upstairs from me, so.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it creates this really
it makes it more taboo, yeah.
Because when you make tattoos legal, only criminals have tattoos, right?
Right.
All right, well, thank y'all for taking the time, and I guess I'll let y'all get ready for the show.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All right. I'd like to thank all my guests, Joe Leydon, Tim's back, and Eric Jaeger. Remember, if you want to go on a date with them, Monday at Starlight around noon, fine person, and I promise he won't bring along his new girlfriend. And also Starlight Mints, I'd like to thank them for allowing us to interview them. They're really cool people, and you should go buy their CDs. I don't know if you have time. Close up, like this. Josh, go! Go to your local overpriced record store and buy these, although I downloaded them originally. I did buy them, so please don't arrest me.
They're badass. You will not be
If you don't like it, I guarantee you'll be stuck with them forever. But anyways, thanks for coming to the show, studio audience, being here, and join us next week.
Down now, play nice.
Up in the sky, tomorrow we'll fly. Buena Vista, Sundays first. How about a drink? No, I'm just fine. Buena Vista.